Everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Cleo here for another toy of the day. You can go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery of these things. You can also follow us. We are at Castors Corner. Get one of these cool shirts down below. The Cornercast podcast, our weekly podcast, is going to be starting in November. So look for new episodes and catch up on old ones up on Apple, iTunes, podcasts, whatever platform Apple's using at this point. So this review, again, has been brought to you by Hasbro. Hasbro graciously provided all the samples that you've seen during this week for review as part of their Hasbro Pulsecon. And we're taking a look at, I believe it's the last exclusive that we got, because the Fortnite back there and the Finster back there are not exclusives. We just got them early. So we're taking a look at the last Pulsecon item we got, which I am so excited about, believe it or not. Well, it's Return of the Jedi. Of course I'm excited about it. So this is the Vintage Collection Return of the Jedi Emperor's Throne Room. The Emperor is currently hitting targets at the moment in the Vintage Collection. He has all the same accessories that you will see in this box, but he does not come with all the accessories that come in this box. So I passed on him because I was going to try to get this tonight. So thank you, Hasbro, for sending this over. I really can't thank you enough for this. This is awesome. And the box art shows Luke and Vader having their fight, their duel in Return of the Jedi. They do not come in this box. It is only the Emperor. You can see some of the information there. Rising from the North Pole, the second Death Star is a 100-story isolation tower reserved for the Emperor, which oversees the battle station's operations. The tower's 4 spokes house a throne room, Palpatine's private chambers, and a vault reserved for Sith artifacts. This throne room was the site of the climatic showdown between Jedi and Sith at the Battle for Endor, and also a setting for Rise of Skywalker, right? That's where Rey and Kylo kind of met up when we saw the Dark Rey there. Great photography there on the box. Great artwork there. Really feels like something from the 80s, from the old lines, and the way it would look. No plastic in the box itself. You know, it's all cardboard here. And as with all Comic-Con exclusives, they just killed it with the packaging. Like, I know that a lot of us toss out packaging, myself included. I threw out the Trapper Ray packaging after I had to rip it to get the figure out. This one I'm 100% keeping. There's no way I'm throwing this out. It's just too perfect. So it has a slip cover, so you can see that there's something inside. So it does have a slip cover that comes off to reveal the Emperor and his window to look at the Battle of Endor, and you can see all the ships in the background there. And a reflection of me recording in there. And you can kind of tell that these kind of fold out. And so this is one of the cool parts of it. So it's got the lines that we're used to with the Emperor's kind of elevator and having the Emperor's Royal Guard somewhere. There is a little drawer down here that includes all of his accessories. So you can see it comes with his cane, a lightsaber hilt, and some energy blast hands. And that slides right back in to the base there and acts as, I thought it was going to act like a step for kind of Luke to take a step towards him, but not so much. So then you can open this up like a pop-up book. And there's space to put your figures in here and kind of stand them and make a nice little display of it. You can put his royal guards on either side of him. It's just a really, really nice packaging here. There's not much you can say. Like, it's just one of those things where you look at it and go, this was just masterful. Like, the way they picked it out. And it folds up together. You can go right back into that slip cover and kind of protect everything inside of it. Now, as much as I'd like to keep this as 100% a display piece for you all, I will open it and take things out because you expect a review. So what you can see is this plastic piece here. This is for you guys. This is why I do this. Um, what fell was the backing piece for it. Is a stand with a background. You've got one side that's all stars, so you can have a blank background. And these can unscrew and you can get that out. And so you can flip it. You can either have the space battle in the background or the plain background in the background. So it's a nice little touch for it. And you'd want to turn it so that, I'm going to double check this before I tell you you can do something that maybe you can't do. It's a thicker cardboard. So yeah, these kind of spin out of the way, just like a picture frame. They spin out of the way, and it's a really thick stock cardboard. You can kind of see how thick it is. That can be flipped around to give you any kind of display that you want. So that comes off. And Jesse, I can hear it in my head. You can say it yourself. We're just going to cut it off of the background without damaging it, which is nice. This piece of plastic is separate, so you still have this nice display base that you could do without the window if you wanted to. Or if you wanted to build your old diorama, that little background will help you do it. So the chair is actually part of this as well. And so he is tied into the chair in a few spots. Let's see if we can remove him without doing any damage. So there he is. I'm going to be honest. The idea of getting an emperor without his throne seems utterly ridiculous to me, but here we are. So there it is. It's a really nice piece. I think they really did a good job on all the detailing. All the little control panels have the little lights and buttons, and they're painted, so there's a lot of deco work on this alone. You know, if you're thinking about the Rancor announcement this morning or this afternoon, you know, saying that there are over 900 deco strikes on an item. If you look at this panel alone has 2 red buttons, a blue button, and 2 yellow buttons. So I'm going to guess that that's about 4 or 5 different paint strikes alone just on that one little piece. So the Rancor is going to have a lot of detail on it. So that's a nice addition to the collection. And then here you have the Emperor himself. He is in the seated position currently. You can sit him on his throne, and he can wait there and ask Luke to strike him down. It's a really nice piece. And then I'll do more pictures on the website so you can see him with his accessories. I wonder, they were talking about tightening up the robes. The robe is a little bit big on him, but I mean, it was always kind of big and kind of hid the body itself. So I think it looks pretty good as it is. I think I have an old Emperor, and definitely does not have the level of detail that this head has for him. So I'll do close-ups of that as well. But he's got the little kind of smirky smile on his face, which is perfect for this scene in the film. So I really do believe that they did an amazing job with this alone. And then you add in all these little extras, and it really creates the magic that is Star Wars. So much so that it just brings the magic of the movie really alive in a way that you don't get when you just have figures. Creating these backdrop spaces, creating these diorama spaces for us to be able to display our things is a really nice piece. And it adds value to getting the Comic-Con exclusive. Like, I don't see them making a chair. I mean, we're just getting Salacious Crumb that we got if we were at Comic-Con, God, I don't know, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. Came with Jabba the Hutt. And so we are now just getting that Salacious Crumb, and the Mynock from like 4 years ago, they're just releasing in a creature pack. So the idea that like this chair, there's no way this is the only time we're going to see this chair. They definitely made the mold for a reason. So I assume we're going to see it somewhere else, but it might be years down the road before you see it again. So if you're able to get this, I'd recommend it. This was the one set that I was after. I wanted Trapper Wolf for sure. I was kind of iffy on a lot of the other exclusives this year. Ravage I definitely wanted, but this was the one I was after. Like, I purposely skipped getting the Emperor on the single card just because I really wanted this set. So really, thank you, Hasbro. Really made my week to get this set. So I'm really excited to have it and take some pictures of it. I don't know if I'm going to dig out Vader and Luke, but we'll see what we can do for pictures. But I'm sure at some point I will set this up to do that. So you can get this up on Hasbro Pulse. It is, I forgot where my sheet is. Where did I put? Oh, here's the sheet. So the Emperor's, I should tell you that, huh? Star Wars Vintage Collection Emperor's Throne Room, $31.99. It is up on Hasbro Pulse while supplies last, and it was not part of the Pulse Premium, so I know a lot of people were upset about that. But hopefully, with the limits that are on the sets and the improvements that they've done on the website and the app, and I am recording this at 5:10, and I figure I will open up the Pulse app myself, and let's see. So Bill just texted me as I was saying this and said that he was able to get his Star Wars. Let's see. Shop Pulsecon. So we got the Pulsecon loading. Search products. Emperor. Throne. We'll do Throne Room. The exclusive Throne. All right. As of 5:10, 10 minutes in, it is available. I was able to add it to my cart. One per person. So they have a product limit on it. And let's see. It takes me to the checkout page. Asks me if I'm on the road. Does it captcha? You know, I think they're going to be available. I think people are going to be able to get these. So hopefully when you see this later today, when I actually post this, hopefully you will be able to get these as well. Check out a full gallery on castorscorner.com. Follow us. We are at Castor's Corner on all social media. Check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts every Monday starting in November. And as we say every night, Jaxie, we love you, we miss you, and we wish you were here. And for the rest of you, hit the subscribe button. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And really, that's been a lot of this year of sharing my stories with you guys. So thank you very much for listening to all of them. And we'll see you tomorrow night for another toy of the day here on castorscorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.